Hurricane Francine poised to make landfall in the coming hours, and that, of course, has led to showers and storms hitting us here across metro Atlanta. Let's turn back to meteorologist Melissa Nord with our 11 Alive weather impact forecast and this impact alert.
Yeah, and the impact alert is going to run all the way through Thursday and for Friday. We've been tracking if we issued it actually on Monday because we knew with a landfalling tropical system and us being on the right side of that track, we could end up seeing impacts here. Now, with that being said, where the center of Francine is going to be far away from us, but we're going to be stuck on the dirty side of the storm where we get a lot of rain, some gusty winds, even a low-end chance of a brief spin-up tornado. Francine right now is very close to making landfall. It should do so maybe about 3 or 4 hours from now on the coast of Louisiana, west of New Orleans itself. But as we've gone through the day today, we're starting to see some cloud cover really increasing across North Georgia, holding our temperatures a little bit cooler than they were yesterday. You'll also notice some hints of green. The atmosphere moistening up. Not a lot of this reaching the ground quite yet across the area. A couple little sprinkles there down near Butts and also Spalding counties throughout early this afternoon. Francine makes landfall tonight. It's going to weaken over land. Notice the center of this cone of uncertainty takes it through Louisiana up into western Tennessee, but we will see the impacts moving into North Georgia. What are we expecting? The time frame is between even this evening and tonight, some showers starting to move in, all the way into the weekend. Francine's kind of fall apart and leave us with a lot of rainfall. We will see some gusty winds. Those gusts at times tomorrow could be as high as about 35 miles per hour. And I'm also tracking a chance that we could see an isolated tornado as we head into tomorrow and Friday. Now, what about the timing? We'll talk about the hour-by-hour forecast, kind of break down those rain chances for the weekend coming up in just a bit.
All right, thanks so much. And Hurricane Francine is expected to bring life-threatening storm surges and hurricane-force winds to parts of the nation's Gulf Coast. In fact, the state of emergency has now been declared by the governors of both Louisiana and Mississippi, with many local leaders also ordering or strongly recommending that towns and cities evacuate low-lying and coastal areas. NBC's Jay Gray has more tonight from New Orleans.
Hey there, good evening. Give you an update on what's happening right now here in New Orleans. We've seen since really overnight an on-again, off-again rain. That's going to intensify, obviously, as this storm moves across the coastline here in Louisiana. What do we expect? Well, right now, sustained winds at 90 miles an hour, gusts over 100 miles an hour. This storm still churning, still gaining momentum. We do expect to see spot flooding in many areas with a chance of rain here in the New Orleans area between 7 and 12 inches of rain for the duration of this storm. If there's any good information, it's that the storm has picked up its pace a bit and will move through a bit quicker than initially had been thought. What the National Hurricane Center is saying is that this is still a storm that brings with it life-threatening conditions. So that strong wind, heavy rains. There are several coastal parishes which have evacuation orders in place. We know that there are places of refuge, shelters that are open not only here in Orleans Parish, but 3 other parishes across the state as well. And we continue to see that power teams as well as recovery teams are staged just outside of the strike zone. They'll wait until this storm passes, get in and do what they can to help those who remain here. That's the latest right now from New Orleans. I'm Jay Gray. Back to you.
All right, and with a weather impact alert now in place, make sure you download the 11 Alive app by scanning the QR code right on your screen. There you can find live updates on Francine and a simple breakdown of how the storm will impact us here in Georgia. You can also turn on notifications and alerts for any important updates.